Welcome back to Neffy Crafts and Scraps. I am Neffy and I am here to share another process video inside of my me album. We are creating 2 pages as you can see here, so keep watching. I am Neffy, your host and your creator, who is so happy to have you here. I hope you subscribe if you haven't already, and if you enjoy the show, please like and share. For this layout, we are working in the backside of the last process video I made, which I've realized has actually been a really long while back ago. It was back in June when I shared the process of this pocket page that I'm currently working on right now. So I'll link that video right here for you so you guys can take a look if you haven't already. And I do have a playlist for this me album. Today, like I said, we are working with a pocket page, and later on we will be creating a layout, so stay tuned for that. Basically, I am working, my me album is dedicated to just my crafting, my wanting to get back into creating, and also just a new way for me to continue to memory keep my family story. You can read a lot more about my intentions with this project on my blog, which I'll link for you guys as well. But let's get to the process here. So obviously this is the back of the pocket page, and I am trying to pretty much match what's in the background. So I have 3 photos here. These photos were from Easter this year. I do have split custody of my kiddos now, so I actually was lucky enough to be able to have Easter with them this year, and I decided that I was going to take the kids to the park for their Easter egg hunt and also do a mini photo shoot. And I got creative and I had little bubbles, and I think we look super adorable. So I really want to document this moment. I think it was a page that I worked in order to just kind of remind myself that I am doing my best and that I'm doing a really good job and that things will get better. And surprisingly, the collection that I'm using continues to be the same Chamel collection called, let me check because I can't remember. It is called Reasons to Smile, and it's a collection that I got from Joann's a couple years ago before Joann's closed. It could have been this year. I'm not sure. I grabbed all the collections they had before they closed. So anyways, I have been using this collection since the beginning of the book that I started, so I continue with it. I still have a lot of pieces that I'm working through and trying to use most of, and I think being able to do pocket pages and later a layout, I'm able to do that. But as far as the collection that I was trying to say, it's a really good collection that has a variety of themes, I think. Like there's birthday, there's just photography, there's positive affirmations. Some of the papers in this collection include like day-to-day life stuff, like kind of homey. So there's a lot of the stuff that I had that I was able to play with just by like flipping over and over and over again through the supplies that I had. And I'm content with that pocket page. I'm going to put it to the side and I'm going to start with my layout. But then later on, I will be coming back and put these 2 pages side to side and then continue to add embellishment. So now that I've put the pocket page aside, I am working here with these paper strips, and I'm bringing out the scraps of paper that I already had from the last few times I've used paper, and you can see that I'm just trimming to size, and I'm wanting to create a very simple layout but with, I think, a little bit of interest. And for me, interest is like stitching on paper. So that is what I'm working here. I'm kind of placing all of my little strips in a way that it looks visually appealing, that it looks balanced. There's no rhyme or reason to this. I'm really just experimenting. So I kind of just want it to look balanced. And that seems a little bit better to me. And first I'm gonna go ahead and stick these down with my little tape runner here, but I'm also gonna add stitching because that is what adds interest to my layouts. I love stitching on paper. So I want to use my sewing machine. It's already on my desk. I have made sure that I've made room on it on my desk to have it ready to go, to just plug in. And so I'm ready, and I'm going to be sticking these on, and I'm going to be running it through my sewing machine and just playing with the stitches. I have a digital sewing machine. So back in the day, in my old videos, I had a sewing machine, and that was one that I got in 2016. And that was my ride or die. But it also got ruined along with my layouts that got ruined last year. If you don't know, go to my Instagram and you will catch the whole saga there. It's a quick saga, but anyways, that also got ruined. It was like all my scrapbooking supplies got ruined. I had a silhouette in there. Like I was like packing and then everything was just messed up. So I did treat myself back in 2023, and I got myself a brand new Cricut, and then I got another silhouette, and then I got another sewing machine. And the sewing machine has been packed since 2023, and I finally brought it out this year once I set up my crafty space. And I like it, but I'm still learning it. This is a digital one, and it has so many stitch options, which I'm excited to be able to kind of learn. So in this layout, we decided to work the zigzag. And I was very happy with the tension. I was very happy with the texture it left on the paper. And I ended up using like a light pink thread. So I like that. Okay, back to the layout. Back to the layout. I honestly have been putting off doing the voiceovers lately. I've had this video prepped for a long time, and I have a long list of videos that I want to put out. But the voiceovers just seem to be where I stop. I have everything else down, right? My little graphics and just the way my computer. I did have a little bit of issues with space, running out of space on my MacBook uh, back in like July. But I fixed that. I was able to transfer some files and get that going. But it really does take a lot of work to show up here on YouTube. So I hope that if you guys are watching, you guys are enjoying these videos and that they are inspiring you to bring out your old supplies. They don't have to be new. I'm going to be sharing a lot of stuff that is old from back in the day with my throwback videos on Thursdays, but I'm also going to be sharing what I have now. And really, the only newest collection I have is Paige Evans, which I haven't started using yet. Um, and I also want to start using like recently. I've been thinking being able to use supplies that I can find locally. And locally for me would be like Michael's or Hobby Lobby. And so I do plan on bringing out some of those supplies here to share with you guys on how you can use those supplies to create the same type of beautiful creative layouts that these American craft supplies inspire. And I feel like everybody probably has, you know, enough supplies in their stash to be able to bring out and kind of go matchy matchy with it with this one if you were interested in that. But okay, here they are side by side. I like the way it's looking. And this is where I said that I'm going to be working side by side earlier to make everything kind of just look cohesive and to make everything um, look put together. And so that when these pages are looked through and they're flipped through, you can see that I worked them side by side. And it makes sense because it's from the same photo shoot. So we've got a few of those extra shots on the left side, but my number one favorite picture is the one that has the whole layout created for it. And the wording here in this layout was also kind of like my journaling as a way to create and convey the idea that I want. So what is it? It's love, my family. On the left, I wrote a journaling that says, "Look at you, loving, raising, and caring for these babies. I think you're doing amazing as you show up to be your best self." And then on the right side, the titles say, "It's okay. We're going to get through this together." So I love it. I think it goes really well with just currently my journey right now, right? Being uh kind of navigating, single momhood, and there's always so much uncertainty, but I think this beautiful spread is a reminder that everything's gonna be okay. Cue Bob Marley song right now. And so I'm just trimming now, just trimming down those pictures. Some of them I had just placed into the pockets as like placeholders, but now I realize that I really do want to add here a border. And that border is also going to match that wood grain that I have on the layout on the right hand side. I did make a mistake here that I noticed while I was editing, and it's that the top left photo, I sized it wrong when I put the border around it. So I don't remember how I left it in the album. Um, I had already trimmed down the um, pocket page, so we're good, you know. I think it worked out fine anyways because it's another it's just the back of the same collection, a different piece of the pattern paper. But here are the close-ups. I hope you guys have enjoyed my rant today. After a nice long break, this is the first video I am editing since probably July. So it's been a while. I hope that you guys are inspired to create something yourselves. Have you tried this mix of a layout and a pocket page? I would love to know if you guys have ever tried this before. And if you haven't, I'd love to challenge you. Let's create a pocket page and a matching layout. How about that? Thank you so much for being here today, and I'll see you in my next video. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you so much.